There we go. Think we're good. Think so. Now we just sit and wait. Hurry up and wait, right? And I know it takes a little bit of time for YouTube to send out notifications, and also we'll wait a minute or two. If you're catching the replay, fast forward to like 3 or 4 minutes in. I like to give people enough time that way. Well, I'm not saying the same thing over and over again each video, but I appreciate the prayer warriors, man. There's a lot of y'all that are always praying. How you doing there, TNT? How you doing? A lot of y'all are always stepping up. Anytime I ask for prayers, man, and it's a lot of the same people, man. I appreciate that. I think we need that. How you doing, Cheryl? How you doing? Hey, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Yeah, she's. I'll get into all that here in just a minute, but she is doing better. And I'll be honest. And until we really talk to the vet in the morning, I'm not going to be 100% sure on what caused this, or I don't even know if they know what caused it. But how you doing, Linda? How you doing, Jolene? I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I apologize. I try to say hi to everybody if I can see them there. I gotta keep touching the screen. Yeah, we had a little scare out of my little fur baby last night, man. I don't, she went just in her heat cycle. She's a little female, and she's only between 3 and 4 years old, say 3.5, something like that. And she was in her heat cycle, and when they're in their heat cycle and stuff like that, they bleed a little bit. And I've done a lot of research, and not only that, in the 42 years of my life, I can't really remember a time where I lived anywhere where there wasn't animals. I'm pretty sure I've had animals and dogs and raccoons, and I mean any kind of, and people in the comments that know me, and that's not of any of this of my choosing. That's because the way my parents was. My parents are the type that if they see a possum on the side of the road that's hurt, they'll be taking it home to try to nurse it back to health. And I've seen a lot of that growing up. You wouldn't believe some of the animals that I've seen that I honestly thought that's just roadkill. You literally picked up barely breathing roadkill. And this is my 42-year-old brain talking, looking back at my 7, 8, 9-year-old self. I'm like, you literally brought home roadkill that's just barely breathing, and somehow or another, miraculously, brought that thing right back to health. It was down for a couple of weeks or months or whatever, but yeah. My animals are I don't have any kids. My animals are my kids, and if you know me personally, you know that. It's funny. I can put on here, if something's wrong with one of my animals, and people reach out to me just like I would you if it's something with one of your kids. That's how serious I am about my animals, guys. I don't play when it comes to that. I don't go and adopt one or buy one or whatever and plan on keeping it 6-8 weeks, and no, it's a lifetime commitment with me. Like when we meet eyes, if I bite, till death. That's how it's always been, So yeah. Anyway, like last night, I had to take a ride down the road, and on my way back, I got a call saying that she was like basically just laying there, didn't really want to get up and move around, like she's lifeless, And I don't know, when I got home, she just wasn't the same. And when we took her to the vet, they said that let me see if I can get this right here. I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, but somebody might be able to even correct me if they know. I do know I actually got a couple of veterinarian texts, and I didn't know that, but I do now. And I appreciate y'all chiming in last night, because one of y'all really helped a whole lot, ease my mind a lot. But they said her white blood cells, it's basically like her body is attacking her blood, thinking there's something in it, and it's making her white blood cells very, very, very dangerously low, and her oxygen in her blood was dangerously low. Guys, the timing could not have been worse on a situation like this. On a Saturday night, there's no veterinarians open. There's not open on Sunday, at least not right here in the Bible Belt where I live. Okay, So at the time, it could not have been worse. But I honestly believe that if we'd waited till tomorrow, like and don't look, it crossed my mind. I was like, hey, man, maybe I can wait till Monday. Uh, if we'd have waited, she'd probably died. That's how bad it was. They've already done, I think, 2 blood transfusions, and guys, that's literally them draining every drop of blood in your body out and putting all new back in. And when I say that, I know how it works. I know they don't take it all out, and then I know how the process works. That's just for the people that probably think, oh, this hillbilly right here don't know what he's talking about. Hypothetically speaking, that's exactly the way it is. So, but they did that twice. They've had to do that twice, and I guess they're trying to flush out whatever infection. I don't know. They've done a whole lot. Like I probably should have brought that piece of paper. I took a picture of it. It's on my Facebook. It's on my YouTube. If you go to the community side on YouTube, you can see I took a screenshot of it there and put it in the comments for somebody to read. There's a lot of stuff that they've done, like $2,000 worth of stuff. One of the blood transfusions is $500. So it was basically $500 just to get in the door because it's Saturday night, middle of the night, emergency. I mean, and if you're like me and your pets or your kids, you don't put a price on. There's no price on that. For me, there's not, right? But yeah, what I'm getting at is that they've done a lot of stuff up to this point. $2,000 as of right now. I don't know what that might jump up to more in the morning. I don't know, but as far as do they know what's wrong? Well, they're saying that basically they've done 2 blood transfusions, and then right now they're monitoring and her tests and all that, make sure all her levels as far as and guys, there's so much that they test for. Like, it blew my mind. There's words I can't even say because not that I can't read. It's just I don't know how to pronounce them right. But I've never heard them said before. There's so much that they tested, and there were basically 4 major things that was really wrong. But it was the vet was like, it could be an infection, and there's little small female dogs when they go in their heat cycle and this and that. There's things that happen and stuff that can happen in there wrong, or not necessarily wrong, but it can get infected up inside their uterus and this and that. That could, there's, they said it could have been something she ate, some kind of chemical. Well, the weird thing about all this is that, I've got 2 dogs and several cats. But this particular dog, she goes to the vet once a month and has to get, Cytopoint. Cytopoint's the name of the shot that she gets, because she's got like allergies so bad that if she didn't go to the vet, she'll literally sit and dig big bloody spots in her back. And look, guys, that's my kid. You ain't gonna let your kid do that. So I'm not gonna let my dog sit and do that. So I take her to the vet, and they've been giving her. She was on another shot for, I don't know, maybe a year or so. I think a year is all they could give it to her. And they just recently put her on this Cytopoint. I want to say several months. But what I'm getting at with that is this. We took her to the vet on the 6th to get her Cytopoint shot, and 7-8 hours later is the first time she had, and look, if you got kids and stuff, just take it away, but the first time she had the runs, I'll say it like that, first time she had the real bad runs, and that maybe that don't gross and get me blocked out. I hope it didn't gross you out. If it did, just go ahead and hit that X and bounce on out. You ain't tough enough for me anyway, but she had the runs really bad the first night on the 6th, and it's been like that ever since. And I know that when female dogs are in their heat cycle like that, they basically discharges some of the blood and all that stuff. And I'm not trying to gross somebody out. This is life. This is how this animal works, right? It discharges some of that in their bowels, so it's natural to see a little bit of blood whenever they're in that cycle, what have you. But this right here had been longer, and I don't know. It's almost like. I noticed yesterday, and guys, it's something a lot of people don't understand, is that when I'm home, if I ain't doing something around the house or whatever, that dog, I'm literally laying in the bed, and that dog is laying in between my legs on her back, literally their legs up like this. She's part human, or at least she thinks she is. But I noticed that when she was laying there, it was almost like her stomach was wanting to tell her to throw up, right? Like it was having that same motion, but there was nothing in her throat or her head or anything. Basically, let me see how to word. they wasn't interacting. Her bottom half of her belly wasn't interacting with her top half because she wasn't even dry heaving. It was just like she was, like something was wrong with her stomach. And I noticed she'd fell asleep a little bit. And a lot of times she loves to play in this and that. And I can just blow real hard and just make a real loud hissing sound or something. And she'll perk her head up and just look because she's just one of them dogs. Some people's got dogs like that. And I noticed once I did that, she didn't really jerk her head up much. And when I picked her head up, it's almost like, I'll be honest, I had full control, and this dog is very trusting anyway. She'll let you do her head any way you want if she's laying there. But this was too much, even with her willingness on her own, just as she's trust me, right? It was still way too loose. Like it was almost like I can't do anything. So, yeah, when we took her to the vet last night, that's what I was getting at. That's the reason we decided to get her took last night. And I'm telling you, they basically said if we'd have waited, it wouldn't have been good because we'll know more in the morning. And then here's the good news is that we do get to pick her up between 7 and 7:30 in the morning. We get to pick her up. So from what I understand is as far as her blood and all that stuff, it's good. They're testing it again to see. Yeah, actually probably right now. And they're going to test it 2 more times between now and I guess 7 o'clock morning. I think that's great. I love that they keep testing and all. I did ask if I would get a phone call tonight, and with the results and they said no, that I'd find out in the morning. So if I get a phone call from them tonight, it's definitely going either them asking permission to do something else or to be something bad, guys. So, but hey, I do appreciate the real prayer warriors, the real people that I know that are real. And I don't know how to put more emphasis on what I just said. The real people that are real. I can't, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all so much because your all's prayers, man. Like I said, it's one of your kids, right? And here's something that blows my mind, man. And look, I'm not complaining. I'm blessed to be a part of all this, whatever. You could say, Jamie, what are you talking about? That, yes. I'm breathing, so I'm a part of it, okay? I'm blessed to be part of all this. But what confuses me, and I say it like that, is that, look, man, I know people. I know neighbors. I know people that live down the street. I got people that I'm family. I say it like that. I know family. And I'm totally against this, first off. But I know they've got dogs on the big wires that run back and forth. This dog's probably got 100 yards to run on, but it's on a big wire, and it's in a doghouse. It's took care of. It's fed. But not like my dogs. I wipe my butt when my dog uses the bathroom. When I say these animals are my kids, I'm not joking. I've got pillows in front of the bed. That way, when they jump down, they don't have to go so far. And you say, Jamie, you could get the steps. Tried that. They're too lazy. They don't like it. They don't like steps. They just soon. I'm telling you guys, my animals are like the spoiled. But what I was getting at is it blows my mind that people can treat I know, and it's not just me, I know other people, they treat their animals like kings and queens, just like their kids. And the worst stuff happens to them, man. And these people that's got dogs out on leashes and yards and whatever, and they be out on the middle of a farm that they don't pay a whole lot of attention to. It's just their dog, just my old dog, whatever. Nothing ever happens to these dogs, man. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong if these people are doing so right? I guess would be my question. Because I want to know, man. Look, like I said, when I don't have any kids, so these animals are my kids, and when something like that happens, man, it's nerve wracking a little bit because you're like, what do you do, And then daggone, it's Renard, what's up, brother? How you doing, Hilda? I see you, sister. How you doing? And the worst timing ever, right? Worst timing, right? On Saturday night, I'm thinking, man. Well, I can say that I can't really say that. When I figured in my mind that it was okay, enough's enough. Yeah, it was last night, Saturday night. Could I have done it sooner? Yeah, possibly. Y'all probably could have. That's probably my fault that I didn't do that. But like I said, she was in her heat cycle, and I'd seen that stuff before. Like I said, I don't know. I can't really remember anywhere in my life where I lived that they wasn't animals, whether they was mine or not. They were animals there, and I've seen a lot of daggone female dogs going in heat. I've seen a lot of it. They get sick and they lose their appetite, and then some of them will do even crazy things just because I got look when Eve eat that apple and messed all that up for all females, that really does something to their mind, man. I mean, and it's not their fault. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's really something in there that just kind of goes haywire for a minute, and then all of a sudden it comes back. But when it's in them modes, man, and that's what happened. I think to this dog, she wasn't herself, and she was. I don't know, man. You know your animal. You know, if you really care about your animals, you know them. You know their actions. You know, if you're laying in the bed and they turn to look at you a certain way, you know what that means, right? Look, I've got a cat. I don't. He's actually outside. I was looking for him. That actually comes. I'll be laying in bed watching TV, and he'll come and literally come up and put his paws on the bed, let me know he wants out. Yeah. But here's the kicker. I can also say I'm looking on the radar and I see a storm's getting ready to come. I go outside and whistle. He come in the door. He can hear me all over the neighborhood. I don't. He might come. I'm not gonna promise because I'm not at the front door. So, but he might come running. But I'm telling you, I've got some animals that I gonna care about, man. Like everybody, this cat that he might come, he might not. That I'm talking about, he just showed up one day. A lot of I've talked about him a lot before, but he just showed up one winter. It's like 10 degrees outside, and I put him in the house with the rest of the cats and fattened him up for about 6 months. And he decided he just wanted to stick around. Now he's a house cat, but he goes in and out. Like, I mean, he sleeps on in my bed too. Like all of the neighbors, yeah, any neighbor around us right here in the mountains knows that that's my cat. I mean, I put the flea medicine on him. You know, I feed him every night. So, but there's neighbors that leave food out, and I'm sure he probably eats that too. He probably can't hear me. I'm inside this building. I don't know. He might hear me. He might just be stubborn. But if he's on the other side of the hill over there, he's not going to be able to hear me, I don't think. I'm trying to read some of these comments here, guys. But like I said, the real prayer warriors, the real people, I appreciate y'all, man, because when something like that happens, it's really frustrating. And you know, the devil he knows automatically that's one of your weaknesses, right? He knows that just like it'd be one of your kids or maybe one of your animals as well. He knows that's one of your weaknesses. So he's going to put all kinds of these crazy thoughts in your mind. I promise you. It happened to me last night, you know. You got a lot of time to really think when you first, you know, go in this place, right? And the man, and I got to give a heads up. I had people even in the comments on some of my posts dogging this place, and as of right now, I don't have anything bad to say whatsoever. Trust me, y'all know me. If there is, I'll say it, right? But you know, I called on the way, let them know I was coming. Then once I got there, I walked in. Guys, I know more, and turned around like this. There was somebody approaching me, getting her out of my hands, asking me this and this and this. Said, "Okay, we're going to take her back." I ain't seen her since. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, I mean, saying that all out loud, that could be. I mean, if these people was evil, that could be kind of scary, you know. But I think that. What I was getting at, that's what my mind does that, guys. What I was getting at is they did that, and then they get your phone number, and you can either sit there in a little lobby or whatever, or you go back out in the car and they'll call you. When you're sitting out there in the car for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, there's a lot of thoughts will run through your mind, man. The devil will do everything in the world, throw all kinds of thoughts in your mind. It's crazy. Well, you're local to Summer. Well, you're local to me too, then. I'm trying to read through your comments here, guys. God, there's a lot of them, and I ain't really. Hey, I don't know. Golly. Guys, there's so much. With this situation and what she's got going on, from what the vet told us last night, there's so many different options. Like it could have been where she was in heat and maybe something didn't go right in there or whatever, and something did get infected, right? Or it could be that, or they said it could be something she ate that did it, which I don't know how we're going to narrow that down. I don't know. One thing that, you know, like I said a few minutes ago, I go to the vet on a normal basis. You know, once a month, this dog has to go every 30 days and get a shot. And people might be wondering, she's got an allergy, and it's some kind of fungus that gets underneath her skin, like on her back. You can, from like the top of her neck down to her tail, you can get your hands like that, and you can, you know, roll her skin a little bit, and you can feel in different places there's different thickness in her skin, and that's where the fungus is at. But she been going getting this shot, and what that shot does is goes in there and kills all that fungus. That's mind blowing to me that dogs have to go through something like that, or I don't know. I don't remember nothing like that when I was a kid. Anybody had animals, I don't remember nothing like that ever happening. It's just like now, I don't know, but the shot she gets definitely works. Like she get that shot, and within say 6-7 hours, she's not digging no more, itching, nothing, and comments went away. And like I said, they did change the shot, but that's been several months ago. And this new Cytopoint shot that's out, it's a brand new shot. It's not been out long enough to really say. Now I looked into it, and what I found out was that they are having the same as far as the runs and throwing up and all that stuff, just like my dog from the shot. So, and but they did say in the morning, I'll get to talk about all that. I don't know. I feel like if they know something, they should call and tell me, because I don't know. I guess I'm just impatient. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. Good night. Well, Cheryl, you know exactly what I'm talking about then. God, you got to give it medicine 4 different times. See, hey, I know people that would not do that. They don't care enough about their animals to do it, right? I know a lot of people like that. I really do. I mean, it's just mind blowing to me. I'll be honest with you. I hate seeing people post stuff on any social media of animals and this and that, because if it's close, like guys, if I had like my own mountain and I had the funding to do it, I would own my own little zoo I don't know, I love animals. And yeah, I'm a hunter too, all that, but I love animals. I hate going somewhere and, see a little box and start hearing meows come out of it, because guess what? Jamie, you better go buy some cat food. You better go get some more litter box. Because you got some more you're going to be taking home, because I'm one of them. I was raised like that. Oh, he's a rescue dog. See, that's awesome. That sucks he has seizures and this and that, but it's awesome that you are taking care of a dog that was a rescue dog. That's pretty cool. But like I said, guys, as of now, and I was on hold. Let's see, I called at 8 o'clock. I was planning on trying to go live, do this around 10, right? So I thought I'll call them at 8 o'clock. That'll be about the closest update I can before 10. I was on hold for 48 minutes before anybody answered the phone. I was like, okay. When they answered the phone, I told them my name, who my dog was. They said, give me just a second. We'll go get the vet. Put me on hold. The call disconnected. So I was like, oh my God, here we go. I had to call back. I guess I was on hold for 13, 14 minutes at that time. When I finally got to talk to them, they told me that she was doing better. The color in her gums had come back, and they had just got done doing another blood transfusion. And man, that's 2 blood transfusions. That's big old mosquito. That looked like a pterodactyl. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see that. I wasn't paying attention, but that was one of them Tennessee pterodactyls. I smacked the far out of it, and son, it just picked up and flew off. I'm telling you, that's a Tennessee pterodactyl right there is what that is. Anyhow, see, I lose train of thought when them pterodactyls fly over. One of them things. There's another one. They jump on you and stick that big old needle in your arm, and you feel like you've been bit by a pterodactyl. Some of them, they're big. But they say the color in their gums is good, and 2 blood transfusions. I don't know why I can't say that word. And they're basically weaning her off the oxygen and all that stuff, and just kind of monitoring her. But they said she has perked up a whole lot to the point to where had to give her some kind of sedative to probably calm her down. Guys. And that part is my fault. That's my fault, man. Like I said, when I'm home, this dog's with me. Like, she's usually at my hip, or she's always around somebody. So for her to be there by herself, I'm sure it's frightening for her, I don't know, man. It's frustrating in my mind that animals have to go through stuff like that. I know us humans do. It's frustrating that us humans do. But I can understand that part. I can. Eve ate that apple. It wasn't no dog. It wasn't a cat. It wasn't a horse. I don't know. I don't understand it, but it's definitely, like I said, like last night was definitely a scary situation. And I know it's kind of like there's a different crowd of you guys on YouTube, and there's you guys on Facebook. I don't know why we all just can't come together and be all at one place wherever I decide to hit the live button, but it don't work that way. But even on here and on Facebook, I appreciate all you real ones, man, because I was blown away. It was 1 o'clock. Well, I was blown away. There's that many people responding at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Because I gotta be honest, yeah, most of the time, yeah, I'm up at that time, but I probably ain't scrolling through Facebook or whatever, you know. But I appreciate a lot of y'all, man, and that's the real ones, the real ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But like I said, it's supposedly in the morning we get to go pick her up, and I guess they're gonna be telling us, you know, what the diagnosis was or what they think happened, and let's just pray it don't happen again. And if you're wondering, Jamie, why you say I've got another little Yorkie. I got a little Yorkshire Terrier, and she's got cancer really bad, like really bad cancer. And we done spent about $8,000. Sorry, guys, get choked up. These are like my kids. We done spent like $8,000 like 5 years ago to get me. She had these big old like tumors and stuff growing up on her, right? Got them cleaned off, everything, and I guess like, yeah, she's probably like 8, 9. I want to say she's 11, 12, something like that now. Getting really, you know, and she's got a big spot on her now, but it's to the point she's too old and too. They basically gutted this little dog when she was like 5 years ago, $8,000 surgery. She basically had like a hysterectomy for a dog, right? That's what happened, and it's crazy, man, that these little animals have to go through that. I don't know. But yeah, that right there is why I was saying that, you know, I don't understand what happens, because it's like both of mine now, man. It's like constant something going on, man. Yeah, our pets are. Yeah, that's right, man. Mine are my kids, and like, look, people know me, like they know. Like, yeah, it'd be just the same if you come and do something on my dog. It's just the same as me coming doing something to your kid. And I understand in some of y'all's brain you'll never be able to understand that. But I don't have kids. I never will have kids. These are my kids. Okay, that's just how it is. And I know I've got family. I've got a lot of people that, you know, they believe it and understand when I say it, but they can't grasp hold of it. They've just never been there, right? And they've already got kids, and they say, James, there's no way. They just don't get it. But man, mine are my kids, and it's real hard. You know, I know, like my little Yorkie now. I mean, I'm on borrowed time right now, and really have been for about the past 5 years. Every day has been a blessing to have that little dog. And you could say, well, Jamie, you could take a chance on her, you know, getting surgery and getting it fixed up. Yeah, I could. She could die on an operating table. You know, so. And I've not really found a veterinarian that wants to do it for that reason. They're like, I think the risk might be, you know, too high because she's older, and it's just really sad to, you know, but she's treated like a queen. I got to say, like she is like a queen. She eats bull chicken every night because somehow or another, I'm not sure what gave her this cancer, some type of cancer that she's got, but they said that milk bones. She loved them little. I'm pretty sure the name brand is just milk bone, normal milk bones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The treats, right? She loved them things when she was a puppy. I give them to her all the time. I mean, she'd eat a box a week. And they said that those things had too much calcium in them. And that's what, like, she'd have these big tumors grow on her belly. And yeah, a lot of y'all knows. I think I've talked about it before on other videos that she had one growing, and I was like, man, we have to take her to the vet and get this looked at. And she couldn't pee. It swelled up and got so big, it literally put pressure against, you know, the flow of when she had to pee, and she couldn't go to the bathroom. And I mean, her bladder was getting backed up. And guys, my close friends will tell you, I literally, like, I prayed to God. I was like, if let her pee or something. And this was like 11, 12 at night. You know, she's whining. I was trying to walk around with her out in the front yard to get her to, you know, try to calm her down. I didn't know what was going on with her at that time. And ended up, man, we had to take her, and they had to basically gut her, cut all that stuff out. And I'll be honest, with her age, you know, I don't want to put her through I don't want to put her through no more pain, you know, if I can. She literally lays. She's laying right now on big fluffy pillows. You know, she got her own little place. She lays in. Yeah, it's a sad. You know, I guess the overall picture is kind of a sad situation, but I look at it as that I'm blessed. I've been blessed for 5 years every day after what she went through. I just think in my mind it's kind of crazy that they have to go through that, you know. Yes, Derek, that's it. That's them. That's exactly those milk bones are exactly. I'm telling you, I understand it. Maybe big dogs and stuff. Maybe it don't hurt them. They just pass them right through. But for like little small dogs like Yorkies and that, maybe Chihuahuas, that I learned the hard way, and at least that's what the vets told me. I don't know. I don't know it to be fact, but that's what they said caused it because it was too much calcium, and that's what those big hard spots was calcium, big calcium. I don't know. But I mean, she didn't get no more. After that, her diet got changed to literally chicken, bull chicken, every single day. That's what that dog eats. Every night she's bull chicken. She don't eat. I mean, she'll mince around on like normal dog food, but her main diet is chicken. Yeah, that's what they told chicken. Sometimes we'll put rice too. It's crazy. The vet will tell you to feed your dog basically what we eat, but she does. She's eat chicken every day for 5 years now, every day. Oh no. Oh man, I didn't. At least I didn't know that. Oh no, man, that's horrible. Hmm. Jerry did. Hmm. Wow. That's. Oh no. Wow. I didn't know anything. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I'm learning right here. I had no idea. Wow. Oh wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I gotta say a prayer for Wanda and that whole family, man. Them some good people right there. Them some good people. Jerry was an amazing guy. Uh, I feel, and look, this might hurt some feelings or whatever, but I feel like they got done dirty a little bit. I really do, and they're good. They're good people, man. They really are. So, golly, uh, as bad as it, it kind of breaks your heart when something like that happens. Somebody, somebody. Uh, I gotta be honest, man, he's better off, right? I mean, golly, we all longing for that one day, right? But yeah, absolutely, I know what it's like to lose people. So yeah, we definitely need to keep Wanda and all of them in our prayers because I didn't even know. I learned right here. I had no idea how. I didn't know. I don't know, but I ain't seen nothing about that. Well, I've had a lot going on. I guess that's why I didn't know. So that's not no excuse, but yeah, they say he is. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Keep that family in your prayers. How you doing, Cynthia? How you doing? I'm trying to read a few of these comments here. Oh no, no, no. No, I don't put no seasoning or nothing. It's just basically boiled chicken is what it is. No seasoning whatsoever. It's what the vet. I mean, honestly, I believe that and prayers and that and God basically is what's prolonged her life. But it's really worked or it's helped, But I don't know, guys. I don't understand. I'm not like I said. I know there's a lot of people. Chris Webb, what's up, brother? I know there's a lot of people that I'm not saying they're mean to their dogs. I'm not by no means. I'm not saying they're mean to them, but they don't get treated like my dogs do. And you can say, Jamie, you're an idiot for treating them like that. Maybe I am, right? I could say you're an idiot for treating your kids the way you do. Look the way they turned out. I could, and I could legitimately say that to a lot of people, a lot of my family. I mean, I really could. I got some, so I got some distant family and stuff like that. Man, I guess they're distant for a reason. I mean, I ain't joking. So I don't get it. I don't get some of this stuff. But my animals are my kids, man. They are. And when it comes, you know, to me spoiling them or whatever, I mean, that's just how I am. I think I wish we got longer time with them. I wish, yeah, I. It's really you'll have 5 or 6. You know, if you had normal dogs, I don't know, you probably had 5, 6, 7 different ones your whole life because they just don't last as long as we do. But I'm hoping after. I guess they're running more tests on my Zoe, and she's a Yorkshire Terrier and Chinese Pug mix. I don't know if y'all remembered. I had got her back from Scott Harris. That I got him from one of his real good. That guy passed on now, but I don't know if y'all remember or not. But I got him. I guess I guess it's been about 4, but they had come over here and done a video and all that whenever the day that I'd got her. If for the ones that might remember it on Facebook there or whatever, but that's the same little dog. She's like between 3 and 4 years old now. So, but that's the one that's basically in the hospital right now. I guess you call it doggy hospital, whatever. And it was like she was kind of like in intensive care last night, so to say. And then I don't know. To me, it's crazy. I know I've learned because I've done a lot of research today to try to understand all this, right? And I still don't understand a lot of it, but I learned that from what I read from comments and stuff. It's kind of normal for them to do a blood transfusion on animals, especially if they don't really know what's going on. If they find something in their blood. From my understanding, it's kind of normal to just flush their blood out, put new in, and hopefully whatever the bad was, you flushed it out with the old, out with the old in with the new, so to say. I don't know, but they've done my dog twice, and that's just, guys, that's just crazy to think. All completely flushed out. I don't know. And you got to think in my mind too. I worked in a funeral home too, so I've embalming's the same daggone way. I've seen it. That's a just different kind of chemical. That's a blood transfusion. I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen it with my own eyeball. One liquid goes in and then the other one comes out. One going in is one color. Under this circumstance, it's all the same. I'm not really sure how they know once she's full. I ain't gonna lie, my little doggy, the only thing the vet has kind of scolded me for is he said she's overweight. And I'm like, well, she's on a, kind of like a strict diet, but I'm also one of them that, if I'm eating pizza or a French fry or, I'll be honest, I can't really think of anything, whatever. My last little couple bites or whatever, I split it between both my dogs because the whole time I'm eating it, they're sitting there just looking at me like, give my bite. Sometimes I can't even hold out to the end, right? And by doing that, she's gained. Yeah, she's fat. I'm not gonna lie, she's a little fat. She really is, but she's healthy, But I done told her normal vet. I made a promise to them last month, and I've been keeping my promise. I've been getting her out walking around more and making her more active, so to say, because she is lazy. She does lay around a lot, so I've been making her walk around, get more active. So I am trying to do my part, but. Yeah, man, Kings them are awesome cats, beautiful cats. Yeah, I got one myself. It's actually got like a sinus infection or something right now. I don't know what's going on, man. These animals. Like, has it always been? Somebody tell me, has it always been like this? Like, can you all remember animals getting sick your whole life? I mean, maybe I just didn't pay attention to it back then. I know, and look, I know animals got sick, and I'm not talking about parvo and all that stuff. I'm just talking about this new stuff that's going on. Do y'all remember any of that stuff? Like, for an example, you can say, Jamie, I don't know what you're talking about if you're not talking about parvo. Okay, what example? Like what happened to my dog? Say its white blood cell count was down so low. It's basically like its body's trying to turn on itself because it thinks there's something there, and its blood's fighting itself in there. The cells are fighting against each other. I just don't remember that when I was a kid. I felt like when I'm hearing all this stuff from last night till today, I feel like I should have already heard some of this before, and it's all new to me. I guess that's the question I'm asking. I don't remember it, and if that's the thing, why are they getting so sick now? And look, you might look at all this, what you're allowed to see right here, and say, oh, it's just a dumb redneck hillbilly. He don't understand it. Trust me, I understand it. I get a lot of it. There's a lot of it that I do understand. I mean, we could go down wormholes The camera would be different. You'd be in a different time zone. We come back if you wanted to, because I've really dug my heels in deep on some of this stuff. But when it comes to the dogs getting sick and all that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I could think of would come to mind. But I'll say it like this: I think we get sick a lot of reasons because they've got the cure and they want us to buy it. That's about the best way I can say it. Is that we get sick and they got the cure and they want us to buy it. That's how that works. Well, I mean, they're doing it to us. I mean, they don't care. I don't think they really care about. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm curious. I just saying I never seen it as a kid, or even not as a kid. Even in my 20s, I didn't see it. You know, but from 25 below, I don't remember, and I don't really remember. I want to say, well, I mean, naturally, I really got a lot of start paying attention to what's going on, especially my dogs when mine got sick and this and that. You know, 5 years ago. And like this little dog here, she's been completely 100% healthy, like nothing other than her being fat and lazy. That's the only problem she's got. And I mean, she's healthy as ever, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, just goes downhill, man. You know, I know there's some of y'all in here that I know for a fact you treat your y'all's animals exactly the way I do. See, y'all, I don't have to explain that much, but there's some people, believe it or not, man, they just don't get it. When I tell people, man, my dogs are my kids, they don't believe that. That statement's 100% exactly the way it sounds. Every word of it. They are. You know, and like I said, I know I got some other buddies of mine here the same, and they got kids themselves, but they love their animals, I believe, like equal a little bit. And I'm saying, look, I can say that because I don't have any kids. So right now in my mind, if I did, I'd love them just the same. I would. I'd treat them both like little kings and queens, you know, whatever. My dogs are my queens. I ain't gonna lie. I'll carry them, let them use the bathroom so they don't have to walk. It's probably a lot of my fault. Mine's so fat because I spoil her so much. But look, man, they're like my kids, man. I love them. You know, I think we're supposed to take care of our animals and don't abuse them. Like people that really know me knows it. Like animal abuse and like that. That's anybody that abuses animals. That's one of the worst. That's just one of the worst people to me. Because I mean, if you can abuse an animal, you'll abuse anything, anybody. Because in my mind, they're defenseless. Yeah, they can bite and growl, yes, but it's literally David and Goliath, but apples and oranges, because they don't have, you know, it's like taking a knife to a gunfight. It's basically what it is. And I don't know. I just think anybody takes advantage of that. It's just. They're just evil, man. And I had to really, thank you, Lord. I'm glad. I wanted to say something real bad right then, and I didn't. They're just really evil, man. Anybody, and if they're going to do something, be mean to an animal, I promise you they're going to be mean to you. I promise you. I don't know. I don't care much for people like that. I get really frustrated. People share videos, stuff, being mean to animals and that. I just, you know, I think God put them here for us to take care of, you know. He put them here for us to, you know. I mean, yeah, you got to eat them. He put us there. He put them here for that too. But you don't treat them. Even the ones we eat, they don't get treated. I mean, some of them do. I know there's farms that do, but majority that I know, they treat their animals great. You know, these cows have great lives until they become steak. Right? That's their purpose. You know, I'll be honest, man. I'd have a hard time. I'd have a hard time having a big cattle farm or horse farm or something. I've had horses in the past, but I've never had no big farm of them or nothing. I had 6 at one time, but I'm talking, you know, like these big horse farms and cattle. And I'm talking, they raise them for cattle. I'd be getting attached to them. I'd be losing so much money. And I was talking about the cattle that they take to the auction and, you know, for steaks and all that. I'd be losing so much money because I mean, look, hey, Bob and little Martha over there, they ain't going nowhere, right? We're going to put them out there in the back pasture, and we'll just use them for something else. And before long, I'd have so many back there. Yeah. I don't know. My animals are spoiled. They really are. They really are. But don't get me wrong. I love steak, too. I love deer meat. I love steak. I eat it right there, the best of them. And when it comes down to to me living and this and that, then that's it. But I wouldn't, there'd be no inhumane thing about it, right? It's right and wrong way to do everything. Two wrongs don't make it right. There's a lot of people I think believe that happens, you know. I see it daily just about, you know, somebody be on here or on the internet talking about something or whatever, and in hindsight they're doing basically the same thing, just in a slightly different manner, but they think it's okay because it's in that slight little manner. I got news for you guys. The Bible don't bend. God don't bend. Don't straddle that fence. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's times I stumble throughout the day, and I'm, you know, it's hard. It's hard to stay on the right side because you know, like I said last night, the devil was telling me, beating stuff in my head. You know, he knows your weaknesses better than you. You don't think he ain't gonna use them against you? I promise you he is, especially if you're trying to do right. So yeah, last night I appreciate all y'all's prayers, and I appreciate that. Me, she has good night. That wasn't a Tennessee pterodactyl. That's just one of them little bitty thing, gnats or something. But I don't know what Tennessee pterodactyl when it flew away. Chris Webb would have liked that. It's a big Tennessee pterodactyl flew over. I mean, you probably got bigger ones out there, Arkansas. I'd say so. But I don't know. This one's big. It looked like a bird. I smacked it and it hit the ground and got up and flew away. That's how tough it was. Yeah, guys, and be sure to keep the Vance family in your prayers. I had no idea that Jerry passed away yesterday. That's as sad as it is. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous. You know, guys, if when you hear it, whether it be a preacher, whether it's coming out of my mouth right now, whether it be an ad you see on TV, which you probably ain't going to see it on TV. Say somebody you hear it when I'm walking down the street talking about that eastern sky busting open when Jesus is coming back. A lot of people think he's going to come back on this little frumping unicorn. It's going to be rainbows and this and that. And I got news for you. He's going to be on a horse. It ain't going to be no unicorn. It might have stuff on its head that looks like probably golden. But I think a lot of y'all feeling, and when he comes back, it's to take it all. It's to take back what's his at the beginning. But a lot of people thinking it's just going. Anyway, what I'm getting at is that I get excited about that. Like, golly, I can't wait. There's so many people, man, that when you say that, like, oh yeah, you know why? It's because they're scared. Deep down, they're scared, man. Your conscience will tell on you whether you want it to or not. Holy Spirit will tell on you too. You know. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people that straddling the fence. I do, you know. And there's several of them. There's one guy, day before yesterday, he wouldn't even talk to me no more now because I called him out on it. And look, I think as Christians, we're supposed to correct. True love corrects. If I truly care about you and I see you going down the wrong road, or if I see something I think, I'm going to give you my advice on, hey, whoa, you pump the brakes for just a second, listen. You know? This guy didn't want to pump the brakes. I was like, okay, that's fine. And the reality of it is what the reality ain't really happened yet, but it will. In probably about 3 or 4 more days, I'd say. It'll be that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be. I agree. It's gonna be a big, humongous, one of the widest, pure. You probably ain't gonna be able to look at it. Hurt your eyes. Look at this horse. I get chill. I get so excited thinking about that, you know. And that's what I was getting at. I get sidetracked. A lot of y'all know that, but that Jerry's made it, man. His fight's over, you know. I'm glad I can say that about him. There's many that you be like, well, Jamie, what do you think? What do you think about him? And I'm like, I don't know. And don't say, oh, Jamie, it ain't up to you to judge. I'm not judging, but you know, we're known by our fruits, right? That's basically saying you're known by what I see. That's what the Bible's saying when it's saying that. So, yeah, I don't care who you are. You can say I don't judge. If you say that, you're a liar. You're a liar. Our media that's on the TV, probably, let's see, what time is it? Oh, yes, right now. 7 minutes ago, they come on. They've been blaring a bunch of gibberish. They've taught us that. They've taught us, and all this stuff we've seen, they've taught us, not, just by the way people look, they're a certain way. They've taught us that. So, and by them brainwashing us, I mean, I was taught that when I was a kid, right? From TV. Anytime you look at somebody right now, when you look, you're going to judge. A lot of times, oh wow, thank you, Lord. A lot of times, it's in lustful eyes. Majority of men will be scrolling through their Facebook. I promise you, if anybody, just woman's in a bikini, when they look, they automatically in their mind judged right there, lusted with their mind. That's what you did. And then God does, you might as well go ahead and done it. A lot of people don't realize it's just that easy, right? And I'm not saying it ain't a hard task, because it is. But I see, man, there's just so many people that they're pretending. I think they're pretending, man. I really do. I don't know how else they're pretending. They think that life is one way because that's the way they want it made. That's the way it works for them. In their mind, that's what's going to get them to heaven. I mean, where is your heaven? I'm curious, because the real one ain't like that. You ain't gonna make it the real one the way some of these people are living. And like I said, I know this guy that I called out there, and I mean, we talked on the phone. This wasn't on the internet, no name bash. I just called him. I called him, because I care. Though I think true love really corrects. I'm pretty sure the Bible tells us that we're supposed to correct one another. If you see your Christian brother or sister, straying off the road, supposed to reach back down, pull them up, help them get back up on the right road. I don't see none of that this day and time, man. You know what I see? When I see one of my Christian, and I'm just looking through the Christian lens, I see when one of the Christian brothers or sisters fall off the road, a lot of them running up there, give them a little nudge, laughing, and then just keep on their way. Think, I'm going to make it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to make it. That's what's happening. I see it all the time. What happened? Let me ask you this. If you're one of them, what happens when you get up there at the end? What happens when God says, hey, why didn't they matter? The one you pushed off back there. See, a lot of people, and honestly, I believe really in good faith, some people don't even realize they're doing it, but they are. I'm just saying, in the overall end, and look, I understand that there's times in your day and this and that where there's stuff going on, and the devil's trying to beat your daggone eyeballs closed before you can open them up in the morning. I get all that, that he never said it'd be easy. He just said he'd help us get through it. I'm trying to review his comments here. Oh goodness, man. Golly, 17 years. Golly, that's a long time. Yeah, that's a long time to have a dog. I'd love for any of mine to live that long. Man, that's a long time. And I also understand that with dogs, they got different breeds of dogs have different lifespans. That's like my parents. They got Great Danes. I mean, I'm talking, a monster male, and then they just got a pup female. I don't know. I'm thinking she might be getting close to 6 months old now. She's gonna be bigger. It's actually daddy and daughter is what it is, and she's gonna be bigger than him. But they're monster dogs. Like, I'm not a big guy. I'm like 5'10", but she can put her paws up and just look me right in the face. Big dogs. But what I was getting at with them is that they don't have, Great Danes don't have long lifespans. They get that hip dysplasia and all that, and say, I don't understand all that. It's mind blowing to me. But my parents got an African gray, and then they they got an African gray, and little cockatiel, not a cockatoo, little cockatiel, one of the little ones. And they've had them for. I'm telling you guys, with my family, I've been around animals, not necessarily farm animals, or not. I mean, I had horses that I bought myself when I was old enough to work and all that, but growing up, it was more like birds and lizards and. My mama had to get a special permit to be able to get wildlife because we had raccoon, I think a squirrel. I mean, I'm telling you guys, if it was heard on the side of the road, it got brought home, nursed back. Yeah, oh yeah, if you go to my TikTok, you can see I got a video on there of my parents' African gray, It tries to dance. I can go, and it'll move its head up down. It's on my TikTok. I'm pretty sure my TikTok's linked on here. I think it is. Yeah, I love. I don't have any bird. I don't have any birds, but I love them. And I guess one reason I don't is because my parents has always had stuff like that, so I've never had. I can kind of go play with it, and they can take care of it, so to say. But I love big birds like that. Sad story. Sad story. Talking about birds like that. Um, I guess I was about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, and uh, my mom and them had this big old, like double cage right in front of the picture windows. But the house they lived in, it had two big macaws in it. One was a big green macaw. You know what I'm talking about? Those big birds, macaw. One was a big green one, was a big red one. But they bottle fed them, right? They was just big enough. I don't know how old they was. Sadly, I don't know how old they was. Big enough to sit up on a perch, right? Under a year, let's just say it like that. Uh, And old Jamie here thought it'd be funny to get a pack of firecrackers and take them out in front of that window and throw and scare mom and daddy in the house and this and that. And it ended up giving both them birds a heart attack and they both died. I'm not proud of that. I'm just saying that's what happened. I thought it'd be a funny joke, as a kid, just throwing fireworks and then they died. Both of them. Yeah, had heart attacks. Both, I guess is what happened. I don't know. It was real sad situation right there. But I mean, at the same time, I was kind of a kid. I didn't know what was going on. I honestly thought the birds was dancing, enjoying the fireworks, but that wasn't the case. That was not what was going on. And when I'm pretty sure, when Mama got a hold of me, I learned real fast that I was in trouble. I got in trouble. I remember that. Yeah. I love fireworks. I kind of still like them this day. Now I'm not really one of them that goes and spends money on them and that because they're very very expensive. But where I live up on this hill right here, I got a view where I don't have to. I see everybody else's. So, but if I didn't see everybody else's, I'd probably buy my own. I do love fireworks now. I think they're awesome. I love it just because it just reminds me of freedom so much, And I don't ever want to forget about freedom. I think we all need to be like that. Oh, Derek, man, I've had some luck with animals in my life, man. Like I said, I've uh, always had animals around. But when I was younger, I raised like well, let's see, I'm gonna say I was 12, 11, 12, something like that. My mom bought me a male Chinese pug for Christmas, and probably the best Christmases I ever had in my whole life. Like only time I ever cried when I got a Christmas present. Like they had it, they had this basket and it had oranges in it, and it was in the car, and they told me to carry that. I was only like 11 or 12, so Jamie carried a basket of oranges in there, and I was like, okay. After everybody opened all their presents, this and that, what they'd done is they got that dog and they put it in that basket. They told me to go in the kitchen and get that. So Jamie, go in there and get that basket of oranges. And I was like, I don't want no orange. Okay, no, when I got it, when I set it down, that lid popped open, that little dog's head popped up. Yeah, I cried. It's like, you're 12 years old, you're the beginning stages of turning a man, and it just right down the drain for me. So I may have a late start. I don't know. But that's what happened. That's I mean, in my mind, I can remember that's the first time I ever cried at really anything for Christmas or something like that. Yeah. Oh, it was the best gift. And then it was weird. That's what I was getting at. It was weird after that. It was my mom knew but several other people that had Chinese pugs as well, and my little Chinese like mine, he ended up being like the great grandfather to I don't know how many puppies. Like he was he was AKC registered and had his papers and all this whammy shimmy jammy. Like I don't know. I mean, I can remember all that stuff just because my mom was into all that. Me myself, like my dogs are not registered. They don't have to be. I don't care about all that junk. But this one was, and ended up being from a real good line of Chinese pugs and this and that. And I mean, I don't know how many puppies probably like are descendants from him, but I would feel comfortable guessing literally thousands, not hundreds, thousands. I would say puppies are in his line because, well, we had I want to say it was around 30 at one time, with different ones that we had big concrete kennel and all that stuff in the back, and we had heated dog houses. And I can remember when I was a kid, I'd go out in the wintertime. I was little enough I could climb in a dog house and sit there with the heat lamps covered up with the blankets, and I'd sit there with my dog like half a night. It was so warm in there. But see, that's the difference. I mean, do you know anybody who lives around you right now that actually heats their dogs' houses in the wintertime so they don't get cold? I don't. But I mean, that's just how I was raised. I was raised different, I guess. But yeah, we had Chinese pugs. Actually raised them for I don't know how many years, several years, I guess, something like that. Oh, that's what I was getting at. See, guys, you know how my mind is. Talking about bad luck and this and that. I had a little Chinese pug, and he wasn't no descendant or nothing. I'm pretty sure we'd found him somewhere else, but he was a little male, and if this hadn't happened, he'd probably been one of the smallest in the world. I mean, probably like almost teacup size. But we was running through the house, and I throwed a ball, and he went to run underneath the coffee table and hit his head. He fell over dead. I've had some crazy stuff happen with animals, guys. I don't know, like this stuff that's going on now. Like last night, I handled it really good. It wasn't nowhere near like some of the stuff I've seen happen, but I've had some just wild stuff go on. Yeah, mama, right? Yeah. My mama's still like that. Like, if she's riding down the road, she sees a little animal or something, she make sure that it's got on her, and make sure its belly's full and its ribs ain't showing, and yeah. I can remember one time, some of y'all might, if you live around here, you know what I'm talking about. If you're going from Irwin, like go down to 107 or down to Greenville, go down the river, down the old 81, as they call it. I remember when I was a kid, because my parents lived in Irwin, and my grandparents lived down there on the river. That's what we called it. It was in between Irwin and Greenville. But it's a real curvy road, and the river runs all down beside it for a pretty good ways down there, 3 or 4 miles, I guess, maybe 2 or 3 miles, maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, I can remember us riding on that road. Me and my brother sitting in the back seat, and I can hear my mom, stop, get it, stop, there's a dog, or whatever it was she was saying. And I remember, me and my brother, we're real young. I'm pretty sure we was in like a Pinto or something. There ain't no seat belts or nothing back in them days. Me and my brother, we just run over the back seat and see. And I remember running over to the passenger side looking, and it kind of did look like a dog for a second. But when he reached down to pick it up, it's a big groundhog that, I don't know if it's rabbit or what, but son, it like to eat him up, run plumb up his leg, and it was just the funniest thing ever. But he didn't end up bringing it home. But I can remember doing. I don't know how old I was at that time, but I was really, really young. I can remember stuff like that. Mama thought it was a dog, and it's a big groundhog. Yeah, yes, she does do that. She does. She does adopt cemetery cats and build them outdoors. Yeah, that's true. That's the truth. Yeah, there's around my mom and daddy's houses, it's kind of like a playground for cats, and it ain't my mom's. Well, they're my mom's cats now, but they was kind of wild. Then there's still some feral ones on down in the cemetery that I guess don't take your daggum cats to the cemetery and sit them out. My mama don't want to take care of them. Please don't do that. Take care of them yourself. But somebody has, and now mama, she'll take care of them. She'll be out there feeding a deer and buying food for them if she could get close enough to them to where they'd actually have some kind of relationship. I'm telling you, I know my mama. I'm just glad when the deer see her, they run, because they're supposed to do that. I'm glad, because if they's a little bit friendly, mama's going to want to go get some food for them. I know how she is. But I was glad to be raised like that. I really was. Hey, Trudy, you be careful. I appreciate you stepping in there. I appreciate your prayers so much. Yeah, guys, like I said, don't take in mind, oh, Jamie, I'm still a big time hunter as well. Like, you're gonna see this winter, I love deer hunting, bear hunting, turkey hunting. I love all of that. There's a humane way to do it, though, right? I don't know. Animal abuse and all that, I just don't understand it there. But I do know that a lot of y'all last night stood up, and I mean, it was crazy on there praying, and I appreciate that, man. I do. The real people, I appreciate that. As Christian, I promise, and you can write this down. You can put it in a little time vault, and you can say, "Oh, Jack Hammer said this." But I promise, our time as Christians is getting shorter and shorter every single day. And I'm not talking about when Jesus come back on that big white horse we've been talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us being able to freely talk about it. It's every day shorter and shorter and shorter. You know, I was reading an article there, and it was talking about like over there in communist China that they're not allowed to have a Bible over there. They memorize. Like somebody will, and I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of scary to me. And I pray for these people. And y'all need to help me pray for these people, because this is, in my mind, this is why they write down these Bible verses on these pieces of paper and they pass them around. And after, when it gets to whatever, they have to get rid of it because they can't get caught with it. But they have to memorize everything that they write down. That's their Bible, guys. Nobody realizes, I don't think, how blessed you are just to be able to walk around with a real Bible in your hand, and you don't even read it once you do. And you got people in these other countries that can literally be their head chopped off if found with one verse of scripture on a piece of paper. If it's found in their pocket, they get their head chopped off. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I'd love to have friends like that. That's dedication right there. And I could learn something from some people like that. I really could, I think. I got people now that's got a house full of Bibles that's got so much dust on them. Their uncle's fingerprints is still on it, and he's been dead 10 years. That's sad, guys. And you know what I just said is true. It's sad, man. I mean, I don't know why y'all pretending. That's sad to say. I didn't know Jerry had passed away till in this video. I didn't know that. Thankfully, from what I know of the man, he was a good Christian man. So sadly, there's a lot of y'all I can't say it about. A lot of y'all like, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Here's another thing I'm gonna come up with. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be doing a video, my own eulogy for my own funeral. I'm gonna do it on video. Because I promise, if you show up at my funeral and I didn't want you there, you're either going to be laughed out or you get escorted out. I don't know. But I'll probably call your name out. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out all the good people that the good people. In my mind, good people. If you're trash and if your name's not said, there'll become a time in that eulogy where I'll say, you need to stand up and please leave. If not, kindly you'll be removed. And we'll give it. I don't know. I got some pretty stubborn people. I know some pretty stubborn people. But you ain't going to come. I'm going to make sure you ain't going to come to my funeral. Oh, he's one of my best friends. And when I despised you, I couldn't stand the ground you walked on because you're evil. That ain't going to happen. So I say this. If I don't say your name, I probably shouldn't even be there. I'm probably going to say that. I'm going to be gone. Whatever. Hello, Riri. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy thing. And the reason I say that is because I know a guy that passed away. Sadly, he could literally counted every one of his friends on his hand, right? But by goodness, when he died, his Facebook page made it out like he had literally hundreds of people that cared. They didn't care when he's alive. They didn't care when he's alive. So I thought, well, you know what? I don't want people doing that to me. How could I prevent it? And I thought, well, all I can do is make a video with the good people. Call them out. They may be a few, very, very small exception of if I don't say your name, right? They could be, because I ain't perfect, right? There's only been one person walk on this earth that's perfect, and that dang sure ain't me, right? I ain't nothing special, All these people getting bent out of shape on Facebook because I ain't friending you. I don't know you. The smart thing we'd probably do is to start a conversation with me is have respect. Don't come at me, sideways right off the bat, because I promise you'll probably stay sideways. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if you get flipped back up right or not. You're the one trying to come at me, right? I didn't accept your friend request. My gosh, guys, I don't know. Some of y'all, I think, take this too serious. You're still communicating with me. What's the difference? That it don't say friends? In my mind, if you're that petty, you got issues. I don't want to do with you to begin with. I don't know. I don't understand it. What's up, cuz? Love you, buddy. Love you, man. Yeah, I am. But I tell you, I'm going. My funeral. I'm going to do my own eulogy. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Look, I try to make it recent, but I don't know. I think maybe do a video I mean, we don't know how much time we got left on this earth. But I don't know. I think it'd be a good idea. Somebody probably take it and run with the business idea. If you do, you're welcome. I don't care. And for the ones I'm not on here asking for a dime of money, nothing like that. Because like I had people. I just had. Now I'm not even gonna bring that up. But that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing at all. I just come on here to update basically what happened to my little dog and say thanks for the prayers because I believe in prayer. I know God. I thank God. If He wanted to, He reached down. He can do anything He wants. If I was laying here, eat up with I don't know the worst disease ever, I believe He's got the power. He reached down, wipe it all away if He wanted to, because He's a miracle worker, right? He can do miracles like that. So I got enough. They ain't nothing. I don't think He can do. He can move mountains. But I do appreciate you, real ones, and I apologize. I know I haven't been on you too much. Well, and I'm not saying in the past day or so because I have had a lot going on since last night. I'm just talking about in general. Say, this is almost since really first this year. I hadn't done a whole lot of videos at all, man. I had to take some time for myself. Kind of just sit back and I said in the very beginning, first of the year, there's a video out there that Jamie wasn't going to do what he wanted to do. He's going to let God show him what to do, right? Well, and I know I've done a few videos of fishing, and let me think, what else? I think I was fishing, and then over to Bristol to dry, kind of little special things. But it's been a while since I've actually done a video, especially right here. I mean, the stove's right here behind me. I'll get that fired back up this winter time, but I don't know, guys. When that little summer went missing down here, there was so much evil and so many. Excuse me. Let me see how I say this. So many idiots. That's the only way I can say it. Paying into these. I mean, just trolls. These people on this YouTube right here. They had big pages and they wanted to lie and get in there, twist stuff up, and pretend they're hillbillies and pretend they know this and this and this and pretend. I've seen so much of that, man. I don't know. What's the point, right? And look, I understand there's a lot of people does these videos and the super chats go like crazy and and all this stuff. And my page has not never really been one of those. I don't use it for that, right? But I said I'm not going to participate in it. Some of them bigger channels, they are big channels, right? But they're trash, right? You don't think the devil ain't popular? He's trash too. So yeah, Cat, yeah. Oh yeah, and that was the thing, man. I got run through the mill and people showing up at my house and everything else just because this so-called awesome private investigator, Chris McDonough, he's a joke. I am real easy to look up. I'm 100% law-abiding citizens. I got all kinds of permits and licenses, right? I've got the highest license that you can get. I'm not hard to figure out. If you're a real private investigator, I wouldn't have been hard to figure out. He was lazy, and he got caught up in the drama and threw my name in the pot. And I don't know. It blows my mind that I still got people on my Facebook bragging about this guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, maybe they didn't see what he did. Maybe they didn't see what he done to me, right? Yeah, I was wrong. They did. They just don't care. That's the difference, right? So I thought, well, you know what? I'm not going to come on giving my time to nobody else. I'm not going to participate, man. When I'm coming on telling the truth, and then you got all y'all, and I'm not saying you all, but at that time, people in my videos and talking, and they going right over there just eating it up and commenting and stirring the pot, making it bigger. I'm not going to participate in that, man. It ain't. There's nothing proactive in it for me at all, right? All it did is bring negativity to me. That's how it did, Yeah, I think he's a big joke. He's not he's a wannabe private investigator. I think he wants to be a cop. I don't know what his problem is, but like I said, I'm real easy to find out who I am. And I'll say it like this. It was just pure laziness. And I mean, that's probably the nicest way I can say it. of his mistake, but he didn't try to correct it in his time because he's got that little man complex in his head where he thinks he's got such pull on the internet. He's just an amazing person in real life. You know, there's a lot of people out there like that. They can get, you know, thousands of people watching them, and they think that when they do. I'm not taking away. He does have some pull on the internet. He does. But it's not truth, right? Just like I said, I promise you, the devil's got one of the biggest platforms on all these social media. He's got one on YouTube. He's got one on TikTok. He's got one. Yeah, it's bigger than all mine, right? I get that. But it goes to some people's head, man. And I think it's went this guy's head. He thinks he's just, you know, everybody wants his expert advice. And, you know, when you about get people hurt because you're lazy, I mean, yeah, you lose all credibility with me. And then on a man-to-man level, he should have, you know, at least reached out and said, look, brother, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put you and your family through that, you know, because all he did is come here and stir up drama. He didn't try to help her do nothing. Show me one good thing he did. Nothing. He tried to get Candace to talk and twist every word she said the way he wanted it to sound and the way he thought he was going to solve all this. You know how many people's done that? There's people still doing it to this day. And what blows my mind is that you idiots still watch them. That's what blows my mind, because it's simple. If you didn't watch them, they wouldn't do it. Promise you. These attention seekers and these ones out there doing it, if they don't have a big audience, they'll tail and run. I promise you. I've seen it too many times. You know, these pages now, that they're not. I used to have a whole lot bigger. You know, they get, when these 3-letter agencies start coming after you and this and that, they start pulling your social media pages down because they don't like your reach. You know, that happens sometimes, right? It just blows my mind. I promise you, I'm nobody special. I promise you, I ain't. You know, there's no way this little box right here. I guess the only way that my head would fill up big is if Jesus would come in and talk to me, the real one. I mean, I'm just saying. That's the only thing. I honestly, my personal opinion, I think everybody should be doing this. Should be on here if you're preaching the truth or any truth that you know. I think you should be on here talking about it, because I promise you, the evil is out there spreading the lies. Promise you, that'll never stop. So I see it every night on the local news at 6 and 11 o'clock. You know, why these local newses still are operating in a normal capacity like they are is beyond me. I think they need pushed out, and we have real people tell real news, not what they think the left tells them to say, right? That's just my opinion. You know, if the people got together, you change every red light in this country to purple if you want to. I mean, they got red, yellow, and green somehow. Use your head. But like I said, guys, it's I'll probably be there a little bit early, but I get to go pick my little dog Zoe. I get to pick her up in the morning at 7, and so far so good, guys. So far so good. I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, but if they try to call or something, maybe it'll come through on my watch. Everything's so far so good, man. Like I said, I don't really understand. It's going to be one of the questions. I believe when we get to heaven and all that one day, we might be able to sit down and ask God some questions. If I can, that'd be one I'd ask. Now, I'm sure he's probably got a better answer than the one I understand in my head right now, and it probably all makes sense. But right now, I just don't get it. Yeah, guys, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the prayers. I really do. Like, you know, what I find and what I see, and you know, in these past 6 months, I've done a lot of sit back and observe. Just because you ain't seen me on these videos, don't make sign I've not been there. I've been there every daggum single day. Every day, I've still been there. But I've done a lot of sit back and observe. I've done a lot of learning. I've watched a lot of people, son, get up with the biggest heap of steam you ever seen and fall flat on their face. I mean, just destroy whatever they had going. I've seen so much of that, right? It's amazing, really, what you can see if you just sit back. And look, I'm a redhead. I'm stubborn. And you already know I'm really blunt. And I've learned that if I bite my tongue just a little bit harder and hang on, you won't believe what you find out. You won't believe the mistakes, the own mistakes that the so-called enemy makes. Just give them a little time. I've learned that, man. I've learned. So, but like I said, coming here. I mean, I don't know when it'll be next month or so. God, it's kind of warm in here now, but if I had that stove going, it'd be so hot in here. Thanks, cuz. I appreciate that. It'd be so hot in here, I wouldn't be able to do it. But there's going to be a lot of different things on here, on this channel right here. And look, if you're, I realize a lot of people came to my channel thinking it was a true crime and this and that. And look, I like that kind of thing. I'm into that kind of thing, but I'm not one of them people. I don't know how else to say that. I don't claim to be like Chris McDonough. I'm not. You know, I'll help in any way I can. I could probably work circles around him, mind and all, just because I think he's a joke. But I'm nobody special. I promise you that. I think that guy's his biggest problem is that he's just lazy. He's lazy. But, you know, there's laziness that people was breathing earlier today and they're not now because they got lazy. So it happens. You can't, you know, I mean, like I said, I had people showing up at my house and everything because that guy was lazy, you know, and he never once personally reached out to me. He sent messages through, you know. He's too big and too high up on the hog to actually be a real man and apologize, right? Yeah. I wonder about some of these people that think they're just holier than thou. What are they going to do when you're up there in front of God and he's got the final say no matter what your little attitude says? No matter how many tears come down your little face. What are you going to do then? That's what I want to know. You know? Well, Darla, I appreciate that. I don't try to be nobody special. I'm just me. And my cousin's right there. He'll tell you I've been messed up like this my whole life. Yes, messed up like this my whole life. There's probably something wrong in my head there. I ain't gonna lie. You know, they may be. You know, I may think a little like people don't think you should take care of the animals the way I do. Maybe that's crazy to some. Call me crazy. I don't care. I love my animals. You know, one thing I can say is when I love it. I do real hard. I love real hard. You know, so if you're my friend, if you're one of my real friends, or like somebody I really care about, and I see you stepping out of line, I'm gonna be like, hey, get back up here. What are you doing that for, idiot? You know better than that crap. And I'll probably say it just like that. It might even be worse than that. Depends on what you do. Who knows? But that's how I am right there. A lot of people hate that, man. A lot of people. The reason is because they can't handle it because I'm right up in their face all the time. They don't. You know, I seen a saying where it says something about your spirit. You don't even have to say that. And your spirit will irritate others just because they're so evil. Man, there's so many people like that. I pass them all the time. I seen them. I went to. And I'm going to pray for these two guys, but I went to a daggone phone store yesterday, phone company store, and I seen these two guys, and I'll tell you what, I don't know what they's into or what, but they was no good Holy Spirit around him. It was nothing but evil. He's some of the two rudest guys I ever met in my life. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But guys, and look, you'll get up in the morning and think, oh, day's going to be great. Then that's when the bottom will fall out. You know, I was on my way home last night, driving down the interstate, and God is my witness. I have dim lights on, and y'all know, like, look, I've got flashlights. I mean, I'm one of these high-tech rednecks. I really am. So when it comes to vehicles, I put really the best the money can buy headlights in the cars. Well, I get the fact that, and I do that to people I care about, cars as well. You know, family, this and that. I put the headlights, if I'm doing the headlights, I'll put the best ones in that too. I get the fact that this vehicle that I'm driving has extremely bright lights, but they're on dim. They wasn't on bright, right? I could put them on bright. I could show you bright, but what I'm getting at is I was driving down the interstate last night, and you know, and guys, for the ones that don't know, I drive tractor trailer too, truck driver. I've been 20 years, over 20 years now. But I'm coming down and I always give way enough room, and I get over and I'm coming. And when I get up and I'm going around this car, I notice this guy, he didn't have no shirt on. He had his arm home out the window, son, just giving me the bird. And I'm like, my gosh, what? At this time, I'm on the phone finding out, you know, my dog's, you know, not doing too good at the time, this and that. But anyway, this guy gets behind me, flashing these lights, you know, right up on my bumper, and he turns his bright lights on. I understand the fact that he probably didn't realize that I'm just one of them high-tech rednecks, and I bought really bright bulbs, you know. But when I mean, that was last night. That's what I'm saying is that you when you least expect it. Like this guy followed me, I don't know, I'm going to say at least 2 or 3 miles. And I'm going to be honest, that ain't normal. normally I hit the brakes. You know, you got a problem, well, let's talk about it, right? I don't run. I ain't gonna run. If you see me running, you better run too, because there's something big or something coming. I'm afraid of it. I ain't afraid of nothing. You know, God is the only thing I fear. So I don't know, guys. I know I've been all over the place. It's been a while since I've done a video. I just had a lot of people reaching out saying, you know, Jamie, how's your dog? How's your dog? Because it may be hard to believe to some people, but I got some real people and real friends on here, and it was honestly just too much for me to sit back. And I was on hold with the veterinarian place for a long time, so it's just real hard to try to message everybody back. And Sister Pauline, I do know you've been trying. I seen you did call. I did see my messenger. Some people it works, some people it don't. When I try to message you back, for some reason it says I can't reply to you. And Sister Pauline, you know, I know you've tried to call and all kinds of stuff there. But that was because my sleep schedule is all kind of crazy. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know I'm kind of a fill-in driver. I've got 7, 8 different trucking companies that are all my buddies that I went to school with, or I've come to know over the years. They all own trucks, and when one of the drivers, whatever, call in, I'll go get in the truck. So it could be in the middle of the day, it could be in the middle of the night. Sometimes it's, you know, 2 days a week. Sometimes it's 5 days a week. Sometimes it's no days a week. Depends on what I feel like doing, right? So luckily, in these past 6 months here, and thank God, because these vet bills are crazy expensive. We're already at $2,200 right now. Luckily, Jamie, you know, y'all, I mean, y'all seen a few pictures of this and that, and I think I did a couple videos of a few trips, this and that. But look, what I'm saying is, luckily, I've been working a lot more than I was, say, way back in the fall. Let's say it like that. This summer, I've been working a whole lot more. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. I do. The real people, I appreciate y'all. And I promise, no. Big Mama, she did not end up having surgery. They ended up flushing, doing a blood transfusion. And if I ain't mistaken, they may have done 2 of them. And they did the test, and so far so good. They said the color's coming back in her gums. They had to actually give her some kind of, like, I guess some kind of sedation or something, because she was getting too excited. But they said she's doing really good as far as that goes. But they're, well, as of supposedly, I guess at 10:30, and then I think again at 2:30, they're going to test her blood again, and the lab works and all that, and make sure that her white blood cells where it needs to be, and her blood oxygen, all that, because that's what was not, but or that's what was off. There was 4 things, but like her white blood cells, she said was supposed to be 3 times as high as what it was. So 3 times lower. I don't know really why it was worded like that. I don't know, but that's what she said. I can just tell you what I heard. So it was 3. It's because I said, well, what's it supposed to be? She said it's supposed to be 3 times higher than that. And I think it was at like a 7 or something. I don't know. I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. I think it was a 7, though. I really do. 7 or 12 or something. But anyway, whatever it is, it's supposed to be 3 times higher. But anyway, supposedly, I'm guessing doing that blood transfusion has fixed it. I hope. And I hope it... I hope it's not a dog food too. So, only thing that I can really think of that it could be is that let me think of the name of the shop. What did I say it was? I said it in the beginning of the video. Good night. It's right there. Cider Pro. Is that it? Cider Pro? I think that's what. Cider Point. That's the name of it. Cider Point. It was just, to me, it's just weird that it's the same day she goes and gets Cider Point. And she's been on Cider Point for a while. She was on a steroid before because she's got some kind of allergy, a fungus underneath her skin. But when they changed her to Cider Point, she's been fine. But I've noticed, like, after they give her that shot, it seems like she won't really throw up, but she'll dry heave a few times for a few nights afterwards. Then it goes away. But her itching all goes away. But this time, I don't know if it may be in a mixture of where she was in heat and the Cider Point. And, I don't know. I guess he's going to fill me in the morning. They're going to monitor all night, maybe come up with a solution in the morning. I don't know, but I do know she is scheduled to come home in the morning. So, yeah, she's coming home. Unless there's something major wrong for her to say, I promise, she's coming home. But yeah, so I mean, as right now, so far so good. I don't know, like I said, why animals go through stuff like this, and it's beyond me. But well, Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Pretty good. It's like my personal vet that she normally sees. You know, like I said, the timing was horrible. It was just last night, and they wasn't open. So around here where I'm at, I'm pretty sure there's only like two options. And with the way she was acting, and I don't know, like she was almost like she's kind of giving up. I won't say it like that. I wanted to get her as fast as I could, the first place I could, and they said that, she really needed, she was really dehydrated because, like I said, she's had the runs for like 2 weeks now. And not only that, she's been drinking water and been eating. I've been making sure of that, but her appetite did decrease. I mean, this little dog, like you heard me say in the beginning of the video, she's fat. Like the vet tells me, you love this dog too much, And I'm like, yeah, I know. She's gonna get out and walk, and I have. Like I said, God is my witness. I've been walking her. I got camera footage of it for you. I wouldn't show you anyway, but just so you know, there is camera footage of it. I'm telling the truth, I promise. I have been getting out late at night and walking her through the yard, and it's just crazy. We've been doing that, and then now all of a sudden this happens. It's crazy, but hopefully she gets to come home in the morning. Yeah, it seems like it's always on the weekends, man. Why couldn't it happen on Friday night, or Thursday night, or it's crazy because the difference would have been probably about I'd say roughly $1,800 probably, because this right here, as of right now, I'm at $2,200 right now. Hey, there's a picture, and what they do is they take a picture, they give you estimates of, we might have to do this, but if we don't, we'll do this, and it says, if we do this, the payment's this, up to just like $2,198, and in that up to, it said blood transfusion. It's like $500 for that. So yeah, they did it. They did the blood transfusion. So yeah, the bill's $2,200 as of right now, and that is if they don't add more on it in the morning. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that. And look, I used to be EMTIV, and I get the fact this, X-rays, and I know all that stuff's expensive. I get it. But golly, that's a big wham, just a big wipe especially when you ain't expecting it. It's crazy. I'm trying to read, but I read. Yeah, Cytopoint is what it is. No, Robbie, if it been parvo, she'd done died because she'd been. I did think about that in the beginning, but if it'd been parvo, and I'm pretty sure. I said something even to the vet about that last night, and he's like, no, I'm pretty sure parvo. Most of the time, it works pretty fast. I can remember a lot of times growing up, if we'd found puppies on the side of the road, whatever, and it was just already too late. They had parvo. I can remember it. So sad, man. But yeah, I'm not sure what the diagnosis is going to be from this. More than likely, I think they said something about it could be to where her body is kind of thinking there's something wrong when there's really not, and they can give some kind of maybe another steroid or something. I'm pretty sure she said steroid to maybe combat that kind. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but say Bagel Mama, that we brought that up because we heard also that right there can happen when a female dog is in their heat cycle. We brought that up, and they said they done an ultrasound and all that, and I'm kind of thinking in my mind that what you're talking about, that right there is what's happened, and by the blood transfusion, it flushed all the the evil. It flushed all the evil stuff out of there. And now that the evil is completely out, her body's able to function. Hopefully, it's able to function on its normal again. They said it could be it could be an immune disorder. Yep, it's like her body is, her blood is, it's basically saying her blood, or her own blood, is the enemy, and it's trying to attack all the good cells and stuff that you need in there. And that's really scary when it's like your body's fighting each other. I know as humans, our bodies are more advanced, but as an animal, God didn't make no mistakes with them either. They're pretty advanced as well. Well, let's hope and pray that this clean blood, that I'm kind of curious where they got that from. I'm one of them. I think real big. Somebody says, well, we're going to have to do a blood transfusion. Well, where'd you get the blood from? From what? Where'd it come out of? How'd it get here? Who touched it before you did? That's I'm one of them. But I didn't ask that, but in my mind I am. But I'm hoping. I mean, they said after that everything's been testing the way it's supposed to. It's just crazy to me that I don't know. I guess when infection and you got all that stuff in there and it just turn on you, man. There's a lot of people. I mean, there could be somebody watching this right now and don't have no idea what's going on in them right now. I mean, that happens. I've seen that. Some of that stuff ain't no. Donor dog. Oh man, that's so sad. See, that's sad. That's just sad to me. I just love animals. There's no way I could work it like I have thought about going and volunteering at like the animal shelter. No way. No way. I mean, I don't care to go, like, put me out in the field somewhere shoveling poop or something, but don't put me around the dogs because I'll bring everyone I can to the house. I can't. Sorry, can't. Wasn't made that way. Can't do it. I can do something else. I'll go get the dog food for you, if but I can't be around them. I want to bring every one of them home. Yeah, Stacy, that's right. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like her immune system's attacking. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But guys, I'll say this. I did have, like I said, I had a few people commenting that they've had some bad experiences at the place I took her to, and I mean, they actually, I would say there was anywhere from 7 to 10 people in front of me last night. When we walked in front of us, they moved all of them to the side, pushed us to the front. So I mean, man, and when that's something you care about, when that's an animal you care about, I don't care who you are. That's a lot. That says a lot to me. Well, they also knew too, if they didn't do it, she wasn't gonna make it. They knew it needed fast action because everything I was saying was not lining up with, oh, okay, it's just this. It was like, oh, wait a minute, something's not right here, and especially once they tested her blood and seen it was 4 different things. And white blood cells was one of them. It was super, super low. Blood oxygen, I don't know, 2 other things, but super, super low. And what it boiled down to is basically her immune system is attacking her good cells and the ones she needs to, fight off stuff and this and that. And I don't know, it's crazy, guys. But I appreciate all y'all's prayers, man. And like I said, I did not plan on even come on staying on. It's live. Y'all know how I get though. Most time when I get to talking, I can't stop. I read a comment and it takes us down another road. And, that's just how these work. I enjoy it though, I really do. I'm going to start coming back. One of the main reasons I'm going to come back is because I know a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot, a handful of people don't want me to. That's one of the reasons I'm coming back. And look, I thought I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. That guy sent the same message like 6 times. Let's try it again here. I know I said, I don't know when it was. I was like 1,000 subscribers or something. And somewhere along the lines of one night, I was doing a video like this and somebody brought up the fact of the memberships and all that. Said, why don't you have that on? Da, 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 da. And I made the comment. I said, I'm not going to do that until I hit 5,000. Well, I'm over 5,000 now. There's a good possibility that I will turn that on. Just because, and look, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's different tiers in that. I've not even really looked into it. But one thing in my mind that tells me is that, well, look, I see all these evil people, and I'm not saying their names. I'm not. Y'all know already. When I said that, you already had some people in mind. You know what I'm talking about right now. They've got that, and when they're doing these, they've got literally hundreds of thousands of people, and all they're doing is on there preaching evil, and lies, and deceit, and pulling people down wrong roads. That's what they're doing. And look, and look, y'all know. They've not been one super chat this whole video. They haven't, right? This ain't about money to me. That ain't really about the video. I'm not in it for that. I want the truth. Bible tells us the only way to correct is you got to speak it, right? And the way I see it right now is this: there's so much of these evil ones out here. Some of y'all even subscribe to. Some of y'all even paying for. So in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you know what? If they're willing to pay them, I don't know what I don't even know how you. I think it's like $1.99, $3.99, $5.99, and it goes on up to. I mean, it's like $100 a month or something. It goes way up there. And trust me, there's people out there that's doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and they've got people that the bank automatically pulls $100 a month out of their account. And I don't know what they offer that is so. And see, that's the thing. If you sign up for this membership, I don't know. I think you see live feeds and this and that nobody else sees. You know, I don't know. There's different tiers and different ways. But what I'm getting at is this guy right here just keeps bringing up, man, what about the why ain't you turn on your membership? Well, first of all, I don't really agree with it, but at the same time, I do, if that makes any sense. You know, I'm not in it for the money. If I was, I'd be saying, hey, look, guys, I need some money. I'm one of those. I'll tell you straight up right now. That's not what it is. It's just what YouTube requires. And then I'm thinking, well, man, they're paying that evil. I mean, that person over there ain't doing nothing but lying. If they're paying them, okay. Why should it be any different with me? And in my mind, it should be more with me, especially if we're on the same side. Ain't that how that works? I mean, maybe I'm confused here. I don't know. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not in it for that. Kathleen, thank you so much. But see, I'm not at all in it for that. Now, if I was, then y'all know me. I come out and ask, hey, look, guys, I got this going on. I got this going on. You know, back when the Patriot movement was in big swing, and this happened a lot on my Facebook, but I used to do it a lot. There's a lot of stuff popped up. We had to, right? So I'm just in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you know what? If these evil people, these people that's on there out there, basically preachers for the devil, if they're out there doing it, I think the preachers for God should be able to do it too. What's the difference? I don't see there is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that on, and like I said, I'm not going to turn it on tonight. Let's just say that. It's not going to be tonight. But here in the next little bit, I am going to turn that on, and I got to kind of look into what my commitment is, because like I said, I know there's certain requirements more of me than what I'm doing right now, right? Because otherwise, the way I see it is that if I'm on here and I subscribe to somebody's membership, they better do what they say they're going to do. Otherwise, I ain't going to give them, you know what I'm saying? And, well, if I'm like that with them, I expect y'all to be like that with me. So what I'm saying is that I got to get to look at the little stipulations and understand, I guess, exactly what I'm signing up for, right? I don't know if I want to sign up for all that, right? Because, look, I'm not in it for the money, right? I get there's people that has made a lifestyle over this little summer wells going missing. I know people that build a humongous YouTube pages, and now all they do is sit and make videos, and I mean, it's like they're forensic files, or it's like you're watching forensic files. It really is. But they won't hurt your feelings. They tell you what they think you want to hear, because it's all about marketing to them. So I guess that's the difference, right? I'm not one of them marketers. I don't care. I don't want your money. It's not about the money to me. I want your attention. That's the difference, you see? But sadly, in order to know I've got your attention, you're showing me you're giving it to the evil. In my mind, it really shows who's real and who's not, right? That was what I was getting at. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. Some of you all, I will listen to your opinion. Some of you all, I won't. You know, I mean, that's just how it is. You know, guys, I love everybody, but there's an awful lot of people I just don't like. There ain't no sin against not liking people. The Bible says I have to love them. I'm supposed to love them, and I do. I wholeheartedly do. But I don't have to like you. See, and it's up to me on who I'm around and who I'm not. See, I ultimately control that decision, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure how the YouTube thing works as far as. I'm not sure. I know that it said something like on there like, I don't want to. There's one tier or one way that it works, I think, to where that if I do a video, the only people that can comment is people that paid. I do not want that. I don't think that's right at all, because I do understand there's some people out here that are going to say, oh, Jamie, I can't pay. But, I mean, you know what? In all honesty, when it's coming down to good against evil, I'm not worth that pack of cigarettes. Is that what you're saying? I mean, because it's honestly going to be a smack in the face, be honest. I mean, you're saying I ain't worth $1.99? Is that what you're telling me? Hey, tell me straight to my face. That's all I ask. Because you can't, there's no way I can't say the same thing either, because that's what it would be. So I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of how you look at it. Because trust me, I know I've done got people that had brought that up, and I'm like, well, man, they're giving it to them. Why are they better than me? I guess, like I said, it'll show you where people really lie and where they really stand. Maybe I'm wrong about that. People pay $6 or more for a Starbucks coffee. That's right. And then they a bunch of liberals. They hate this country and everything about it. Thank you, Stacy. That just made me want to do it that much more. Yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah, and see, I listen. I take advice from Stacy there. You know why? Because she's actually showed up boots on the ground to stand right here local. Showed up boots on the ground to stand for our freedoms and against evil. Yeah. Yeah, I was there. So, yeah. I appreciate people that do stuff like that. $6 a day. That's exactly right. Yeah, they pay $6 a day at Starbucks, and this is just a monthly thing. Yeah, you're all making all kinds of good points. Kind of answered. I guess any doubt in my mind that I had. Y'all done just kind of pushed that out by that. Because I mean, in all reality, it ain't about the money. I mean, I don't care. I don't care about I don't like the fact that YouTube keeps 30% and this and this. I don't like that anyway. But if it shows who's real and who's not, then, you know, my thinking is to try to set it on the lowest daggone tier it can be, whatever it's 99 cents or not $1.99, whatever. That way I'll know who's real and who's not. And I mean, I promise you, there's a lot of stuff, you know, probably this winter, I'm going to be doing a lot of survival, like go out in the woods, show you how to build a fire, and, you know, maybe set a snare trap or, you know, stuff like that, you know, I enjoy doing, you know. Who knows, maybe take you deer hunting with me. Man, we done been fishing on here, so I know, and that was at nighttime, it was dark, and good possibility you can take his coyote hunting with me. So yeah, there could definitely be some perks. I mean, I gotta be honest, if I do turn the memberships on, or when I do, and we all get together and get our heads together and get our gears are spinning, we might go to Mars. Who knows? I say possibilities are endless, right? We got God on our side. You got to say yes to that. So, well, you know something, I tell you that, and there's going to be a whole lot of Bible reading on here, because the reason I say that is, well, in these other countries, like I brought up a few minutes ago, they write verses down on pieces of paper. If they get caught with it, they get killed, dead. They have to memorize that. That's their Bible. There's people's right here in America with 3 and 4 Bibles laying in their house that they ain't touched in months, sometimes years. I don't know. I just feel that, you know, at least, I mean, I kind of feel bad not doing it at least once a day, but a few times a week, I think, is you get on and read a Bible verse for them. I mean, these videos can be seen over there just like you're watching it. It's crazy. But I think, you know, there's a lot to offer. One thing it won't be is no lies. It ain't gonna be no deceit. You know, I don't do that. If it, I don't know. I don't participate in that kind of garbage. I don't waste my time with it. You know, and I'm not talking bad about anybody, this and that. You know what? To each their own. When they hit this little live button, at that point in time, just like it is right now, what they do and say is between them and God, right? I just feel for a lot of them, because I feel some of these people have they have good intentions, right? I believe in the beginning, they honestly had good intentions, but they've let the so-called power, the internet fame power, grab a hold of them, man, and it's run them. I've seen that do so many people. It's grabbed a hold of me too, you know. I can remember, you know, on my other Facebook page, when I hit the live button, there'd be literally thousands of people jumping in right there. I can remember that. You know, trust me, when that happens, it does something to your head for a minute, right? The devil will, like I said, he knows you better. And not only to the bad, he knows what you like. He knows your temptations. He knows what makes you feel good, whether it's good or not. You all know you see what I'm saying? So if it's something that's going to help favor him, don't think he ain't going to try to egg it on, because he does. Oh gosh, Chris, that's crazy. I watched that last night. I watched that very movie last night. That's crazy that you just talking about that. I've been thinking about that a lot today too. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, I just don't. Man, it's just sad because I know so many people that are not ready. Now they'll comment and say they are. Uh, I'll be honest, that's kind of dangerous too because that's a lie. You're lying again, you know. But I know so many that ain't ready. They think they are, and they've. It's just sad. I don't know what else to do. You know, we need to pray for them people though, guys. We really do. Because, like I said, I appreciate all y'all's prayers for my little dog, and uh, I don't know. Well, tomorrow or something, I'll post a picture or something over on here, or maybe a little video or something there to show y'all how she's doing. And you're probably saying, Jamie, why don't you go live on Facebook? Well, I can't. Okay, I can go live on Facebook. I'm not banned or anything. I've got the ability, but I'm kind of saving that for one of them oh crap moments. Chris Webb knows what I'm talking about. One of them moments that something hit the fan or whatever it is, and that you might need to get the information to some people. I'm holding out for that because if I get on there and talk like I have right now, boom, 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 I'm gonna get banned. I'm gonna get 30-day Facebook jail. I'm not gonna be able to comment. My messenger don't work right anyway. So that's where people's asking, man, why don't you go live on Facebook no more? I'm kind of it's kind of like backup ammo. I'm just hanging on to it to when I can. I know I can when I can, but I feel like I've only got it's like I've only got one grenade, So, and that's when it comes to Facebook. That's why I feel like I got one chance to go on there and it'll be heard, but after that, zip, they're going to shut me up again on there. That's kind of how I feel. I could be wrong about that, but that's kind of how I feel about it. I think that I ain't gonna lie though, this account now is completely different from the other one, but I have a feeling there's still some plants and some trolls in there. It's just impossible to get rid of them all, no matter how hard you try. And I get so many friend requests every day from these people. And I mean, if we've got 30, 40, 50 mutual friends, yeah, I'll probably accept you because I feel like, well, hey, if them and 30 of my other buddies did it, then we're all going to get hacked together. That's how I see it. So, but look, if we ain't friends, if we have no mutual friends, I don't really know how to tell you to get me to accept your friend request. There's a good possibility I'm not going to unless you go and comment on something and conversate and let me know you're real. I'm not going to know you're real. I think you're a bot because there's thousands of them on there. So there's a possibility I probably missed out on some amazing daggone people. I get that. But it's just a chance I'm willing to take. So I don't have to say it, If you can't come, okay, it's trying to. I tried to cut out. I don't know what just happened. But anyway, guys, we've been live almost 2 hours. I did not mean for it to go this long. Anybody got any prayer requests? Y'all been praying for my dog for 24 hours now. I prayed for y'all's whatever. Tell me your prayer request, and I'm gonna give it and this is gonna be for real this time. I'm not gonna pursue it because I'm pretty sure. I think the battery could be dying on my phone. I don't know. It's 12:11. I won't give it to 12:14. That's 3 minutes. That's plenty enough time for the like and everybody. If everybody get their prayer request. Besides that, God knows them. He knows our prayer request before we even say it. So, but I think it's good that everybody else hear it that way. Well, that's another way, another time it was brought to God's ear, right? That's kind of how I see that. I think honestly, if every American in this country right now start crying out to God, we would see some change in this country. But and at the same time, I think majority of this country's turned their back on God. So that's going to be another thing this channel is going to be about. Is we're going to be the side we're not turning our back on God. We're on God's team. See, we're in that army. So I mean, I try to be. A lot of people say I'm really blunt and other worse than that, but I'm just real. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. I feel every second that we're down here. Like I said, I'm just happy to be a part of all this, but we're blessed, right? Every second. So I don't want to waste one on your little feelings getting hurt. Least of my worries. You scratch your butt and get glad, It'll be all right tomorrow. At least you know the truth. When you're standing up there on Judgment Day, There'll be a lot of people going to wish they're going to scratch their butt and it feel good, but it ain't. Let's see here. Kathleen, you have a good night. I'm reading some. Yeah, absolutely. Peace on this. Yeah, we need it because I'm telling you right now. If you read the Bible and it talks about, basically the three countries over there that just, kind of recently united and basically locked arms with all of, that says it's going to come against basically us. I don't know if y'all's got your eyes open and you ain't paying attention, or if you just, maybe you just give up on the media or what, but that stuff's taking place. It's happening. It absolutely is happening. Okay, yeah, he knows. That's what I think. Guys, that's the thing. I think that's all he asked for is he'll give it to you. You just got to ask, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people just try to squeeze their pick. No, they pick and choose. They try to just go through and pick the verses that fits their life, and the ones that don't, they never speak of them. They pretend they're not there. God's not like that. He's not going to work like that. All right, guys. I said it's 12:14. Hold on. Let me sit down here. I said it's 12:14. That's where we're going. I'm not going to hold it up all night. Heavenly Father God, Lord, we're back in your holy presence, Lord. Just thank you, Lord, for another day of life, Lord. Lord, you know all these prayer requests, God. Lord, each and every one of them, God, you know them, Lord. I pray, God, Lord, tonight, Lord, that you reach down, Lord, and you just answer, God, every one of these prayer requests, God, Lord, according to your will, God. Just whatever you'd have be done, Lord. Lord, I pray, God, Lord, that they be somebody lost, God, that have watched this video, Lord, that's probably been sitting watching, snarling their nose the whole time, Lord. I pray, Lord, maybe something said, or maybe somebody typed in the comments, God, that planted that seed in their head, God, before it was everlasting too late, God. Lord, I thank you, Lord, for just the time that we've had, Lord, just to be able to worship you, God, because, Lord, I pray, Lord, that all the evil, Lord, will be shown to us, Lord. There'll be no early portrayal, God. I pray all the evil, Lord, will just be easy. We'll be able to see it, Lord, way before it gets to us, God. Just help open our eyes to it, Lord. There's so many fakes, God. Lord, I pray, God, Lord, tonight, like I said, anybody being sick, Lord, anybody lost loved ones, Lord, I pray, Lord, you be at the Vance family, God, Lord. Lord, I pray, Lord, anybody lost loved ones, God, I pray, Lord, that you be just touching the light, Lord. Anybody that's sick, God, I pray, Lord, you know all the prayer requests, Lord, way before we even speak them, God. Lord, I pray, Lord, you be with my little dog. I thank you, Lord, for all that you've done, Lord, all your blessings that you put upon us, God. In Jesus' name, I do humbly pray. Amen. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in as long as you did. Keep saying a prayer for my little dog and all that. And what Chris say? Chris, man, I'm telling you, hey, I seen, I don't know what it was, the other night, man. It's two things, and I got that flight radar on my phone. And look, I've got several apps on my phone. There's some that show that, oh, there's a plane, and then on this app it won't show it. This, I think I pretty much got them that'll show, at least if I can look on one, it should be on there. The other night there was these two red. It was like they had white lights with red lights, and they were real close. Is it two fighter jets? And man, we don't see fighter jets around here. Like, I'd have a heart attack. I love them. We just don't see them around here. Now, I'm not saying they don't fly over at night, because they may. Either way it was, or if it wasn't, I don't know what it was, because it did not show up on any device that I could look. I've seen all kinds of other planes and stuff. These two things were, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I seen. I don't know what this was, but like I said, it looked like it had white and red lights together, and it was like the white lights went off, and it was all you could see is the red ones flashing. But whatever this was, it was two objects basically running the same speed. I don't know how far apart these. Golly, now I'd say these right here was like maybe. I don't know, I wouldn't even want to say a football field apart. Like, they were really in sync with these, because I was like, man, is that like one big plane? And then I was like, no, there's no, that's two something, but I still don't know what it was. Still don't know what it was. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff flying around, man. It's just crazy to me. I go outside at night and I just look up at the sky because, and like I said, I'm one of them little geek people or whatever. I pay for all this stuff on this phone to show me airplanes, and if it's above my head, I want to know it's up there. It could fall, right? I'm kind of one of them. But they stuff it. I see with my physical eye that these people that take my money are not able to find either. It's weird. Oh, see, Chris, that right there, that's definitely something crazy. Man, that's crazy. And out there, so, well, man, ain't no telling. I love watching that kind of thing. It's crazy stuff. So, I don't know, maybe it's elevation where I live. It's where I live up so high, but I got a good view right here, like 100 miles, I guess. I can see a lot of air out through there. You won't believe the stuff you see flying around. It's nuts, man. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's all flat out there, so y'all can see for daggone ways out there. Yeah, you can track it a long ways. Here, I mean, I probably can't because I got a high view, but you go down the city, you can't because you got a mountain. So, yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Maybe tomorrow sometime or something, I'll come back. I'll at least put a little picture, video of my dog. Hey, look here, guys. You thought I was kidding? Max, you back down in the water, ain't you, bud? Hey, come here. Come on. Come up here. Come up here. I wanted to see you. Come on. Come on. Jump. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jump. You fine. Come on. Come on, I'll get you. Come on. Come on, bub. Here he goes. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'll get you. Come on. I ain't going to pick you up because I know you. Guys, this is a big old cat right here. Come on, Max. You going to get on the stove? He's a big old cat. Like, I don't want to make him mad. Come here, bud. I'll pet you. You want to come up here with me? Come on. If he jump up here, y'all be able to see him. He's right here at my feet. Let me see if I can pick him up. Oh, big old boy. There he is. That is my big old buddy. Here's the one. Look at his face. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Yeah, he's a big one. He's a big one. Biggest cat I've ever owned in my life. That's a monster cat. But that's the one I was saying at the beginning of this video that just came here, just showed up. And it was like 10 degrees. And I was like, nope, you come in, baby. I ain't letting you freeze. And fattened him up. And he's turned into a monster cat. Like, there ain't another cat in the neighborhood that can... he's king. He's king cat around here. That's all I'm going to say. He's the one I can whistle. But he's aggravating, guys. He's aggravating. I'm not going to lie, because I'll be laying there 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just getting ready to fall asleep, and he'll come in. Meow, meow. I'm like, gosh, no, man. Have to get up and let him out. Quit. You're going to knock my tripod down, dude. Yeah, he's big. Yep. Yeah, this phone's on a tripod. He's rubbing against it with his face. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in as long as y'all have. And I'm glad he finally jumped in here. I don't know where he's been. He's probably been out there messing around. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all's prayers for my little dog. And maybe tomorrow or something. Like I said, I'll do a little video, or I may become live, or I'll put a picture, something to show you all her condition, and I'll explain whatever the diagnosis was. Good possibility I'll probably have to come back live, because I don't like to type a whole lot. That's one of the reasons I done this video, is because I had so many people messaging that, whether it be message, email, comments, whatever. I didn't feel like typing. I was like, man, it'll take me days to type that, all these people. So maybe I can do one video and sum it all up. So tomorrow, probably the same way. But anyway, hey, look, say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for our president. Say a prayer for one another. Say a prayer for all these people that's out here pretending they know God and they don't. Say a prayer for them. Say a prayer for Jerry Vance's family, because he passed away and I didn't even know it. But say a prayer for Wanda and all of them. Man, it's so sad. That family's been through a lot here the past little bit. Bless their hearts, Lord. But guys, y'all, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all sometime tomorrow, especially with an update about my dog. I thank y'all so much. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all later.